Hi everyone, welcome to my tutorial. I filmed this intro at least 5 times, just trying not to ramble on. So this is what we're making today. It is a flower bookmark. The petals do get a little scrunched up sometimes, but that's probably because I just shove it in my bag. This is what the bottom bit of it looks like. It's just chains, but you can stop directly after the flower part because the flower part is also really pretty if you're making a bouquet or something like that. So, materials you'll need are one hook. I'm using a 4mm hook. This, you'll need two colors of yarn, unless you want to use one color for the whole thing or multiple colors. It's really up to you in this one. So I'm just going to be using yellow and purple and some, I keep saying sewing needle, a yarn needle. Okay, yeah, so getting right into it, get your center color and do 12 single crochet into a magic ring. So magic rings are very hard to explain, and I apologize. I also don't have the best setup going on here, but this will have to do. And if you don't have enough yarn, you probably do, because this is all you're going to need the center part for, is just 12 single crochet. 2, oh my goodness, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's always the first row that's the hardest for me. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now you can close up your circle, and you can either weave in your ends now, or you can decide to weave them in later. It's really up to you in this one. Sorry, I had to go and get some scissors. So once you're done, just snip it off. And oh my gosh, why are these so bad? I know they're kitchen scissors, I know. I don't have any good yarn scissors here. Okay, so how I fasten off is I just chain one and pull the yarn through the chain and pull the knot down. And there you have it, the center of your flower. So that is literally all you need your middle color for. Now you can get your other yarn, which I still have this granny yarn here. In the V, we have, in the V we have here, the back one is the one away from you. This little yarn bit here. So I'd put mine in there. Okay, back to it. So you're going to need the slip knot. Put the slip knot in the back loop only. And this involves a lot of chains. Yes, chain is literally the main stitch. Okay, so find any back loop only around the entire flower. Go with this one. Excuse me. Slip stitch it on there. Perfect. Now you chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once you have your 10 chains on there, you find the next back loop only and slip stitch into there. And this is the entire first row. And it's okay because this is the back row, so it's okay if yours goes all wonky and pulls that yellow up really high. Okay, so yeah, so this is the entire row, just chaining 10 and slip stitching into the next one. And slip stitch. Okay, after this, I'm sure you have it down. So I'll see you once we're done with this round. So once you're done with this round, it should start getting the flower shape. We're going to do another round of petals. So don't cut your yarn unless you want a different color, but this is more petals. So you can start with 7 chains. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you're going to go into the front loops only in this round. So try to locate the front loops and slip stitch into the front loops. Like that. Because then this will be a smaller row of petals in front of the larger row. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, so here are your smaller rows. Okay, now you'll be able to hear the dogs inside. Okay. Okay. Anyways, so this is the second round and the last round. So if you want this to just be a flower, you can continue this round and then be done with it. But if you want a flower, oh my gosh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you want a flower bookmark, you can finish this round and skip to where I explain how to do that. Once you're done with your flower, it should look like this. Now onto the bookmark portion. You can insert it with a crochet hook, but I find it to be easier if I use a yarn needle. Just a second, guys, I'm getting a call. So once you're done with your flower, it should look like this. So these are the 2 rows of chains you have. Moving on to the bookmark portion, you can use a, oh my gosh, I keep bumping my charger. You can use a crochet hook to insert your yarn in there, or you can use a yarn needle, which is what I'm using because it feels easier. So going into the back side, so this is the front and the back side, we're just going to go not all the way through, but just on the surface, go a little bit through a stitch. And then go on the other side and go a little bit through this stitch. Oh my goodness, hang on. This is a little hard to do when I'm not watching. Okay. So now you can take it off the yarn needle. And as you can see, we've made a little line across there. You can take your crochet hook, insert it into the line, get your yarn, and just start chaining. So you can chain however long, however short you want. It's really, yet again, up to you. Yeah, that's really all you have to do. And then just make sure you weave your ends in. And you can also make sure to put a very tight knot at the end of your chains, because they do fall apart very easy, which was what happened to my other bookmark I had. I don't know exactly how many chains I did, but I just did as long as my book was. So I'm just going to measure off of this one. That's about the length. You can cut it off and make sure you do that knot on the end. So I did my little knot I normally do, and then I tied another knot a little further down than that. So like, here's my first knot, here's my second knot. And then you can snip it off. And once you weave in your ends, you are done. Also, one last thing. Make sure you put a knot on this tail end here. While you're sewing it in, just do like a little knot or something, because that's what I forgot to do on the white one I made. And I had to redo the whole chain thing because it just fell apart. Yeah, I just thought I'd let you know that, just so you don't have to redo this bit.